All right, well, I'm going to continue with this, moving at a slightly faster pace, assuming I don't make any mistakes. All of these I can take out a 10. I can factor out a 10, so I'll write 10 down. And I'm left with a 2x squared plus a 7x plus a 6. This needs to be factored, so x and x will get me the x squared, but I need a 2 and a 1 to get me the 2. And then I need 6. So, I don't know, 3 and 2. So that's 6 and 2. 6 and 2 get me 8. I don't need 8, I need 7. So I'll put a 3 here and a 2 here. That's a 4 and that's a 3. 4x and 3x get me the 7x, which is what I needed. So my answer is the 10. Then I got the 2x plus 3 and the 1x plus 2. All right. Now the next one, let's see here. I can take out, a 5? I'm thinking 5. And x3, x2, and x, I can take out an x. So I'll take a 5x out. And I'm left with 15 over 5 is 3. And I'm left with 2 x's. 65 over 5. That is 13, so negative 13x. 20 over 5 is a positive 4. So I can factor this, 3x and 1x. And this needs to be 4. So 4 and 1. So that gets me 12 and 1. 12 and 1 is 13, but it's positive, so I'm going to make them both negative here. Now I get negative 12x and negative 1x, which get me negative 13, which is what I needed. So I'm just going to erase this. And I'm left with a 5x out in front, and then I got this 3x minus 1. And there's 1x minus 4, or just x minus 4. So I had to fully factor out a 5x first, and then factor like normal. Okay, what is this? Got to be a 3 in here. And x3, x2, x1, so I can take out an x. y2, 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 I can take out a y2. So I have a 3x y2, and I'm left with 18 over 3 is 6, and I'm left with an x squared. 15 over 3 is 5, and I'm left with an x. 18 over 3 is 6, and my x's are gone. You should always have these in descending order, right? X squared, then x, then nothing. And that is exactly what's happened here. All right, now this I don't know. Is it 6 and, I know it's x and x, but is it 6 and 1 or 3 and 2? So I'm going to try 3 and 2. Great, now this is 6. So 3 and 2, but it needs to be negative. So negative 9x and negative 9x and positive 4. That gets me a negative 5 if I add them. And that's close. I've got a positive 5. Okay, so that's negative and that is positive. Now I got 9x minus 4x. 9 minus 4 is indeed 5. So I've got the 3xy squared from the left, and then I've got this 3x minus 2. 2x plus 3. So that is now considered fully factored. Okay, let's do some more here. Alright, so I gotta take out, I imagine I gotta take out 6. Is 150 divided by 6? I don't know. 6 into 150. 6 goes into 15 twice to get me 12. And that's a 3 left over. So 36 goes into 35 times. And that gets me right into 0. So 25. So I can take a 6 out. And I get a 1x squared minus 25. And I notice, hey, this is only 2 terms, but it is a difference of squares. And because 1 is perfect, 25 is a perfect square, 1 is a perfect square, there's a minus sign in between. So if I factor this, I know it's going to be 1 and 1 and 5 and 5. One of them needs to be a plus, one of them needs to be a minus, and then my letters are x and x. So 1x minus 5, 1x plus 5, and I can carry the 6 down. If you need practice on that, look back at 2 videos ago. I think I did some difference of squares stuff. there. Oh no, 18. Well, I know I can divide it by 2. So take a 2 out, and I'm left with 9x squared minus 64y squared. Now 9 is a perfect square, 3 and 3. 64 is a perfect square, 8 and 8. So 3 and 3, 8 and 8, x and x, y and y. One of them needs to be negative. So my answer is 2 from what we took out, and then a 3x minus 8y, and a 3x plus 8y. Yeah, that looks good. Oh no, what on earth is going on for this one? Looks like we can take out a bunch of things, but I think I'm just going to take out a 2. And the reason I'm thinking 2 is half of this, if I take a 2 out, is 81, and 81's perfect, and half of this is going to be 16, which is also a perfect square. And I can take out, so I can take out a 2, I can take out an x on each of them. So I'm left with a 2x. So again, the smallest, x3 and x, the smallest is an x. No y and y squared, the smallest is no y. So that's why I don't have any y's in here. So I've got 62 over 2 is 81, and I'm left with an x squared. 32 over 2 is 16, and I'm left with a y squared. And then I can factor this. 9x and 9x. 4y and 4y, do 1 plus, do 1 minus, carry the 2x from down below. So all 3 of these were difference of squares. So I'll zoom out so you can see all 4 questions all 6 questions that I did. And then we have one more section in here. I realize this unit these chapters are actually quite large. There's a lot going on in here. There's a lot of examples. And we've got probably at least 2, if not 3 more videos just in this next section alone, which is quite large.